Hello everyone. So in this section we are going to discuss about the sewage treatment plant and its analysis report. So basically for sewage we are sending samples on a very occasional basis, say on a yearly basis. Sometimes the company asks to send samples for shore analysis. On board we are doing the sampling on a weekly basis and we are testing these samples. On board testing includes testing for chloride levels, because the chloride that we are dosing to disinfect the sewage before letting it into the sea, we need to know the chloride levels. So if it is not disinfected, chloride levels is below 0.5 ppm, that means the sewage is not properly disinfected. Okay, we are checking the pH also on board, that means how much acidic content is in the pH. Okay, so pH, then effluent visual inspection, visually how it is looking, suspended solids how much are there, chlorides and pH. These 3-4 tests are done on board. Apart from that, when we are testing it in the laboratories, we are testing for coliforms, biological oxygen demands, total suspended solids, chemical oxygen demands. These are certain criteria. This in front of you is one of the such analysis report, sewage analysis report.
To every marine engineer out there, from junior engineer to chief engineer and electrical officer, we all know that earning respectonship is very important. We all know fast promotions are very important, and we all know that इज्जत कमानी है, promotion चाहिए तो काम आना चाहिए, तो जूते पड़ते हैं, गालियां पड़ती हैं, and for that you need a good mentor. Sometimes we keep finding those mentors on board ship, अगर नहीं मिल रहे तो MNDFLIX है ना, Merchant Navy Decoded has launched a subscription model where you can find more than 30 plus courses with respect to your rank, helping you earn respect on ship. Please enroll on these free trial videos, watch these videos as per rank, and then decide whether you want to invest or not, with a very good flexible payment plan as well. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata.
Okay, so generally vessels are asking to be sent, company asks you to send a sewage analysis sample for yearly basis generally, or if something wrong has been observed by say any external authority or by the chief engineer, or so say the vessel is a takeover vessel, at that time you are doing such a test. So in that you will have a plastic bottle which is a sample container. In that container you will take sample from a specific sampling point that is mentioned by the manufacturer. Only from the specific sampling point you need to drain. Why? Because there are other chambers also, as in the sewage treatment plant you have a settling chamber, you have a aeration chamber, you have a chlorination chamber. Okay, so these three chambers are there, whereas there will be drains available for every chamber. You don't need to collect sewage from the other chambers, because only the disinfected or the chlorinated sewage which is in the last chamber, from that chamber you have to take sample from. And make sure that you drain the sample first of all, because there will be solid waste etc also try to come into the sample. All you need is a clear sample from the chlorination chamber. Okay, so sampling also you have to keep in mind. First flush it out little bit and then you can take the sample. One thing more, because chlorine is being added through the tablets or liquid solution by the dosing line in a very small quantity. Okay, through the tablets if they are hanging into the chlorination chamber, the water goes in, just brushes off the tablets and then it is dissolved. Very small amount of chlorination is being required. So there, if you are doing it like test, you are discharging the complete chlorination chamber and then you are taking fresh uh, fresh sewage is coming, or the fresh uh, effluent is coming into the chlorination chamber, then also your chlorination amount will come less. So make sure that your chamber is filled for say some time and then you are taking the sample. Okay, if you are taking fresh sample then there will be very less chlorine count in that. Okay, so these are some of the some of the nuances that you have to keep in mind. So you see there is an appearance also mentioned here, turbid liquid with suspended particles, when they had sent the sample for analysis. 25 degrees temperature. uh, you can see what they have measured. They have measured total coliforms, CFU, colony forming units per 100 ml. 1.5 into 10 raised to the power 5 colony forming units per 100 ml. That is a lot of bacteria are there in the sewage. E. coli also CFU per ml, that is less than 1 E. coli. pH is 7.04, which is not acidic. Total suspended solids milligram per liter 48. Biological oxygen demand milligram per liter 71. Chemical oxygen demand milligram per liter 142. And there is fecal coliforms CFU per 100 ml is 7 raised to the power 7 into 10 raised to the power 4. So out of the total coliforms, there are certain coliforms which are only fecal coliforms, which is found in the feces. So that is 7 into 10 raised to the power 4. Rest are other coliforms. Okay, so these are big terms. Here is the method of testing said. Okay, what is a colony forming unit? A colony forming unit is a set. A colony forming unit is one bacteria which is capable to form a colony. So as we are aware that bacteria do not need a couple of bacteria to grow and multiply. Only single bacteria can grow and multiply into a colony. So only one bacteria of a type, of one type of bacteria, if it is present, so it will be able to form a colony. So colony forming units, how many bacteria are there, types of bacteria, how many types of single bacteria are there which is, can be able to form colonies in 100 ml. Colony means one bacteria can multiply into number of bacteria, types of bacteria, type A bacteria, type B bacteria, type C bacteria. Type A bacteria, if it is 1 in 100 ml, it is called one colony forming unit per 100 ml of type A bacteria. Type B bacteria, if there is 2, then it is 2 colony forming units that can form 2 separate colonies. So bacteria multiply in numbers one by one with one number of bacteria. So one bacteria is one colony forming unit. Okay, so let us discuss what all other these parameters may vary with latest MEPC requirements. As you can see, this is the result of the analysis report, where you can see BOD levels is 71, but let me remind you, as per the latest MEPC circular, maritime Environment Protection Committee, MEPC, which is the IMO committee for the MARPOL annexes, and it brings about changes in the MARPOL amendments in the MARPOL, which is Marine Environment Protection Committee. So Marine Environment Protection Committee has let the new numbers of the BOD should be less than 25 mg per liter. 25 milligram per liter. So these values have considerably reduced. They want, IMO wants the sample to be more and more less damaging to the environment, more and more cleaner and more disinfected and better. So let us first understand what all this is. Before that, what STP does is, for those who are beginners, STP is a sewage treatment plant on board to treat the black water. Black water means the water which is coming from the toilet flushing, grey water which is coming from the showers and galley. So they are all going into the sewage treatment plant to reduce the environmental impact, because these, when going into the sea, they will form and multiply in the material counts. They will form colonies, they will destroy the local ecological balance. So that by this needs to be monitored, this needs to be treated and disinfected, then only the sewage needs to be discharged into the sea. Only in the open sea you can discharge sewage as per the MARPOL regulations. Okay, and near the coastal areas all times you have to discharge sewage with the treatment plant. So basically what we are doing, we need to discharge sewage with the treatment plant. Key monitoring parameters. Okay, what do you monitor in a sewage treatment plant? Air blower operation. So air blower, why it is given in the sewage treatment plant? Air blower is given to supply a continuous air into the treatment plant. Why? Because there are aerobic bacteria inside the sewage treatment plant. Aerobic bacteria's purpose is to eat up the sewage, consume the sewage, break down the sewage into black water. Okay, so these aerobic bacteria work on oxygen. For that you need continuous ventilation in the sewage treatment plant, so that these aerobic bacteria do not die or get devoid of the air. That is why whenever the surveyor comes, he checks that whether your air blower is working fine, whether it is generating pressure or not. Okay, any PSC, any surveyor will come, they will definitely check the air blower, and many times the air blower is not working either in many of the ships, or say it is not generating pressure because the filter is choked. Air filter becomes dirty very commonly in engine room, so maybe that is the problem, or the there is some problem with the blower is not working. That becomes a major PSC defect if you are running the sewage system without the air blower. Then in that case your sewage will not be even breaking down from the raw sewage. It will take a lot of time for the bacteria, because that bacteria will die and will be devoid of the oxygen content. Okay, so tank condition and the sludge return system. What is the sludge return system? On the top of the sewage treatment plant you will see two pipes. So sewage is uh, where once it is settling down inside the aeration, from the settling chamber to the aeration chamber, and from the aeration chamber again it is recirculated back to the settling tank for the continuous return process. So it is sludge return system. Sludge is being returned back into the settling chamber, then where again it settles down, and again the uh, sewage is returned back into the system. So water continuously flows through the pipes you can see on the top of the sewage system, which ensures that there is a continuous biological activity happening. Water is continuously flowing inside the system. So if that is happening, that means biological activity, decomposition is taking place. Okay, what should be the quality of the sewage effluent that we are sending for analysis? So there should be clear, sample should be clear, there should be no foul smell, and the visible solids, the suspended solids should not be visible. Okay, so that is the purpose of decomposition, right, treatment, so that visible solids are not there, foul smell is not there, and the water is clear. Okay, what we have to do, we have to regularly, when once in a year there is a cleaning routine we have to do. We have to make that sure that your pump is running in auto, discharge pump is running in auto, and your system is being discharging sewage as it is, as required. In case in ports and all where the sewage plant has been logged, in that case you will use a biological sewage holding tank. In the sewage holding tank you will transfer the connect the line of the sewage system to the holding tank, and in the holding tank only the sewage will be stored until and unless you are going away from the port, because local port regulations sometimes they will not allow you to discharge even through the sewage treatment plant. So you have to comply with the local port regulations, what they say about the sewage discharge, not MARPOL Annex 4. In that case, sewage will, local regulations will supersede the MARPOL Annex 4 requirements. Vessels sewage treatment plant must be type approved as per the IMO standards. Okay, discharge should be approved using approved sewage treatment plant within 3 nautical miles. Untreated sewage also can be discharged when ship is en route and greater than 12 nautical miles away from the land. Okay, comminuted and disinfected sewage can is allowed beyond 3 nautical miles. So within 3 nautical miles, no discharge of sewage overboard. Sewage holding tank. If no STP is there or they are not allowing you to discharge sewage, in that case, the sewage stored and discharged is as per the rules. What is the certificate for the sewage? Is International Sewage Pollution Prevention Certificate. Now coming to the parameters that we had already seen, let us see them one by one. So let us understand about the parameters that we will continue in the next section. Thank you guys.